Hello peeps and hello peppers and welcome to Tarot Tuesday, filmed on Wednesday. Um, Today I had kind of a lot of like emotional and logical work on my book writing and other projects. So of course I'm thinking of Elmer the Elephant, this classical children's book a lot, where the elephant painted himself gray to better fit in and it didn't work. And actually, yes, this drawing and one of my book characters are heavily inspired by Elmer the Elephant. So I actually want to ask the cards really quickly while I still have energy. What is the biggest change that will occur in the life of whoever needs to hear this reading this week? Here I have a Four of Winter. I actually don't know what the Four of Winter is, but that reminds me, like, the word-wise, it's closest to the Four of Wands. Like, actually, a warm energy, warm and slow energy. Like, I see this person actually kind of having a rest, like the hermit in classical tarot. So like, also considering my own situation, I think one of the changes that some people may go through is accepting that there is less energy and that this energy needs to be like economized with. And actually, like, as a child, of course, I enjoyed the collecting these thingies, and I would say they feel nice in my hands, and of course they are seeds. And actually I find it interesting that this should come out now, because like this morning I thought of birds whose beaks are tools. We were actually talking about a parrot that occurs in my beak, but in my beak, I say, I don't have a beak. I'm not a bird. I mean, it's like some people say I'm a kind of a weird, colorful bird, but I don't have a beak as such. So, but I had a book about wild birds as a child that you could technically keep in a cage. One of them was the crossbill, whose beak was a really amazing tool exactly to open these cones and to get the seeds that are hidden under a hard shell. And then again, they also remind me of like the weights that keep a cuckoo clock going. So a cuckoo clock always reminds me of amusing children with this cuckoo, cuckoo. And here also, let's say, always turning the hands of time broke the clock, more or less, when all the old adults did that for us children. So maybe this is also a question of accepting the passage of time, and that sometimes errands take a longer time than we think. And this may take more energy. I'm just coming out of a Facebook video of a disabled person who opened my eyes like more to how much energy like a seemingly little action can cost a person with a disability. And I can't know that from my own experience, because I was basically raised to push on and on and on and not complain. And of course everybody is different. So, and I have a much lower pain threshold than some other people. So Princess of Summer, the summer is of course like the opposite of winter. Maybe after having a rest and like being aware that some things take more energy than others, one can become the princess, the light being here, like being sparkly, being famous. Many of my favorite tarot readers always say you are finally being seen. maybe that is even relevant to someone that I just talked about, like pushing on and um, not complaining and so on. There were many situations in my childhood and youth and younger adult years where I didn't feel seen and where I didn't dare to take space. And this is also interesting that this summer fairy is used as the back art of all the cards in this deck. So maybe this is really like every card says in some way you are going to be seen this week. Maybe you are going to be Elmer the elephant who can't paint himself gray, who can't hide his true ego. Prince of Summer could fit to the Princess of Summer, but is like a totally different character. Like, as I say this, I actually could criticize myself. Why am I thinking of this fairy tale romance like the prince and the princess who just so happen to be in the right time slot together? They should be together. And now I'm sneezing like people who get an allergic reaction to those seeds. Actually, this is like a really nice fluff ball that doesn't have a lot of substance. Actually, yeah, this reminds me of all this like media romance thing that doesn't necessarily always have a lot of substance. Now that we're talking about the elephant, the other day I told a friend about a film from a film festival called The Circus Dynasty, where, like, let's say two young people were basically matched up by their parents. And we're not talking about 1800 something something. We are talking about today's time in the middle of Europe. Like, of course, the parents wish their children well, but then actually the phrase appeared, yes, we want to use the elephants of the circus of the other family. So there was obviously some rare materialism involved. And then in the process of the film, it basically turned out that the love of the young people didn't necessarily have the substance that the parents and the elephant traders wanted. Such complicated matters are often only shown at film festivals. And of course, I wish all people the best, and I hope that. Okay, here's Four of Autumn. Here's kind of like an emancipated couple that wears kind of what they want. That exudes this energy of like calmness and still light. Maybe it's really time to think about what elephants do you have to trade in your life that you also, I don't know, maybe are so occupied with the elephants that you don't listen to the wishes of the other parties involved in this elephant trade. I don't know. This is just like a flow thought that I have. What stands here? Manage your resources wisely. Actually, that fits the elephants. Like, of course, elephants are intelligent animals, and the circus director also talked to the elephants as if they were his children. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help out those who are less fortunate. I have never possessed an elephant, so I don't know what it costs, of course, but our personal elephants can be a lot of different things and also human contacts. Today, actually, this is quite personal, but I feel like people like hearing other people's personal stories. I had a solid talk with a friend who is an accountant about how many like hidden expenses I had by means of making the puffin tarot, because said friend likes reminding me I don't value my experience and my work time enough. And that could be my elephant. Where does it make sense to delegate an elephant, or to, like, I won't marry off my non-present children for an elephant. Okay, this is actually pretty good coincidental that I now just see the elephant's ass when I pull the ace of spring. Like, ace is always, at least in my personal life, an abbreviation of asexual, which does not necessarily mean totally rejecting sex and sexuality. It rather means, like, with many people who might want a love relation, the only way to maintain it is communicating clearly about one's wants and needs. And if, for instance, I cannot deliver something that my partner would like, if I had a partner, and I don't even have a partner, then I would need to discuss with this beloved person what else would work, or even if this is better to let go of this level of the relationship. Yeah, so of course, this shouldn't be me all the time, but this should be maybe you have something that you need to let go of in your private life. It's time to take action. Like, really, yeah, let's trade some elephants. Let's think about how we want the relations in our life, and how we want the money in our life, the precious things, the rare animals, the intelligent and sensitive animal. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Yes, I have always wanted to be an author and illustrator of, like, books that are suitable for children and adults alike. And, like, in my final year of the German university, that was like the film component was added to this. Like, because to me, films and books are a lot alike. Even though, of course, it's hard to compress a book into a film. So, yes, I wish you a beautiful evening where you can take the action towards your dreams. And yes, did I mention, like, by writing books, I always wanted to meet the people and Elmer elephants who would actually really enjoy sharing my life with me. Amen.